How long did it take for you to get your diagnosis?
So initially, the diagnosis is epilepsy. And so that's why I'm
Okay.
on all these medications. And so then they say, okay, you're on these medications, go see a neurologist as soon as possible. And so I was able to get into a neurologist after, honestly, within like 3 weeks, I think it was, because I had a friend that had a really great neurologist and they referred and they were just able to see me. And that appointment went well. We felt like we were heard. I will say she was very like I'm not good with the type of human that's very like to the point
Mhm.
and no conversational fluff. Like it makes me very uncomfortable. And this doctor
Oh,
was
I
like
get
one of
that.
those
I hate
like
that
we're
too.
just
I hate that.
down to
It makes me
business.
feel very uncomfortable and it makes me not
Yes.
trust you.
Right, right. Like are you just trying to get me out of here? I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, I think
Um
doctors forget they have to be human, not
Yeah, so my
transactional.
husband, right, yeah. So my
Yeah.
husband did most of the conversation at that appointment. And so basically, she shifted up my medicine a little bit because there's a family history of anger issues in my family. She definitely didn't want me on Keppra. So she was like, "Well, wean off of it, but I'm going to add another anti seizural, but you can't just cold turkey off of the Keppra. And then here's a real anti anxiety medication. And now go do this for 3 months and let's see what happens." So I stay on all these medications for 3 months. We come back for the follow up visit, and she literally was pushing us out the door after like 5 minutes. And she's like, "All right, bye. We'll see you in 6 months." And my husband's like, "No, no. You said that after 3 months of seeing how this works, that we would start to figure out why it's happening
Hmm.
and where is this all coming from." And she goes, "Yeah, but the medicine's working. So let's just check again in 6 months." Yeah. So my husband did not like that answer.
I don't
And
like it either. The American health system.
yeah, and it was just very bizarre. And it was kind of upsetting because,
Yeah.
at this point, I'm still having seizures, not as often, but just breakthrough seizures. And every time you have a seizure, when you have epilepsy, you can't drive for, what was it, 6, 8 months? I think it's eight
Wow.
months.
Oh, well, I
So
do know that, but yeah, wow.
yeah, so every time I'm having a seizure in this time frame, that's just pushing my drive time and like my whole life back, basically.
Yeah.
Um, so my husband's like, "No, we need a second opinion. Like, we need to go somewhere else." And so it took a while. I think it took another like 3 months before I was able to get into another neurologist, but he was fantastic. He spent like 2 hours with us going over all the medications I'm on and all the symptoms, how it started, where I'm feeling now, and like listening to my like kind of theories on what's going on and what I think is happening.
Hmm.
And so I remember like crying because I'm telling him about like the macaroni and how just my brain has gone to shit. And I was like, "Look, I'm telling you, I have researched and done everything that I possibly can, and it's one of two things. I am either having frontal partial lobe focal seizures,
Hmm.
or I have this crazy thing called PNES, and I'm just crazy." And he goes, "No, no, I would bet my house and all my money that you are correct and that you have the frontal lobe focal seizures." And I was like, "Okay." And then he goes, "But I can tell that you want results and you just want to know and have that in your hands of what's going on. So, what I can do is I can prescribe an at home EEG where you wear the monitors for about 5 days. And so, if you have a seizure, it'll pick it up in real time and
Hmm.
there will be a video on you so he can see, hear, and
Hmm.
then watch actual waves."
Hmm.
So, we do that. And I did have a seizure. I had a few seizures while we were doing the monitoring for 5 days at home.